Good morning, everybody. It's Sunday. I believe it's April 5th. It is April 5th because it's my niece's birthday. Um, so I'm trying to do a chapter every day, and I've missed a couple of days because we're actually working. So right now we're reading the book Frog and Toad together. And you remember we read the first chapter. The first chapter was a list because Toad had made his list and then he lost it, but because he's got a friend in Frog, they figured it out. So now the next chapter that we're going to read is called The Garden. Okay? So pay attention. Frog. Oh, and I'm outside doing this today because I'm burning some old wood. So my glasses are dark, as you guys know, but they'll lighten up when I go back inside. But you know my voice and you know my face without the glasses, so just pay attention to the story, okay? All right, the garden. Frog was in his garden. Toad came walking by. "What a fine garden you have, Frog," he said. "Yes," said Frog, "it is very nice, but it was hard work." "I wish I had a garden," said Toad. "Here are some flower seeds. Plant them in the ground," said Frog, "and soon you will have a garden." "How soon?" asked Toad. "Quite soon," said Frog. So here they are. Okay, do you see the words? Any of the words that maybe you don't understand, make sure you try and write them down, and we'll see if we can't get them figured out, okay? Toad ran home. He planted the flower seeds. "Now seeds," said Toad, "start growing." Toad walked up and down a few times. The seeds did not start to grow. Toad put his head close to the ground and said loudly, "Now seeds, start growing." Toad looked at the ground again. The seeds did not start growing. Now, what do we know about plants? What do you guys think? Do you think the seeds are going to grow as fast as Toad wants them to grow? I don't think so either. Well, let's read on. Toad put his head very close to the ground and shouted, "Now seeds, start growing." Frog came running up the path. "What is all this noise?" he said. "My seeds will not grow," said Toad. "You are shouting too much," said Frog. "Those poor seeds are afraid to grow." "My seeds are afraid to grow?" asked Toad. "Of course," said Frog. "Leave them alone for a few days. Let the sun shine on them. Let the rain fall on them. Soon the seeds will grow." So here he is with his head really close to the ground, yelling at the seeds to grow. But then here's his friend Frog that says, "Don't be so hard on them. Quit yelling at them. Let's go for a walk." That night, Toad looked out of his window. "Drat," said Toad. "My seeds have not started to grow. They must be afraid of the dark." Toad went out to his garden with some candles. "I will read the seeds a story," said Toad. "Then they will not be afraid." Toad read a long story to his seeds. How about that? I never thought about going out at night and reading to my garden. All the next day, Toad sang songs to his seeds. All the next day, Toad read poems to his seeds. All the next day, Toad played music to his seeds. Toad looked at the ground. The seeds still did not start to grow. "What shall I do?" cried Toad. "These must be the most frightened seeds in the whole world." Then Toad felt very sad. He fell asleep. See, he's up here singing, and then he's singing poetry, he's playing music. He's so sad and so tired from talking nicely to his seeds, he fell asleep. Toad, Toad, wake up, said Frog. Look at your garden. Toad looked at his garden. Little green plants were coming up out of the ground. At last, shouted Toad, my seeds have stopped being afraid to grow. And now you will have a nice garden too, said Frog. Yes, said Toad, but you are right, Frog. It is very hard work. So here's where Frog came and woke up Toad. See all the flowers coming up. And then he's sweating and was so worried about being so frightened for his seeds. Okay, you guys think about that one. Write down any questions you have. The next chapter we will read is called Cookies, so it's another story about Toad and Frog. Okay? Hope you guys are having a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye.